now proudly presented on SNME. That's Sunday night's main event, Patreon and free feed.
We just people from the north side. Once the Timmy's at the shore fine. Winter ready on the full ties. Heavy traffic during 4-5. Gotta hustle on your own time. Color people every port side. We just people.
Hey guys, what's going on? It's your host, your boy George McKay, here on a beautiful Thursday evening, because we're going to discuss Kings of Colosseum this Saturday, January 6th in good old Philadelphia. And as you all know, I never do this alone. I always do this with my PIC, the one and only Uncle Bobby B. Say hello to the people, Bobby.
Yeah, hoy hoy, what's happening?
Not much, man. We're going to talk
Welcome to 2024.
Happy New Year to everyone out there watching us for the first time. Sorry, I don't usually drink on camera, but today felt like a day I needed to have a Summersby.
Yeah, oh yeah, well, yeah, I would have one too if I had access to one. I would...
when you come over Saturday to watch Kings of Colosseum, I'll make sure to have some.
All right,
Perfect.
do that.
Do you want the mango lime flavor, or do you have?
Oh yeah, I want the mango lime.
Oh, I didn't know you were a mango guy. You're a mango guy?
Oh, I love mango. I'm not a big fruit guy, but mango, I like tropical, and like mango is probably my favorite. Like, you're like, what's your favorite fruit? It's probably mango. I'm going mango.
Nice. I like mango, and I like it. It's expensive as hell when you get it here. Even was expensive before, like inflation. But you ever had star fruit?
Oh yeah.
Oh, star fruit's
so
good.
I'll tell you right now, when I'm in the summer and I want a nice, refreshing drink, frozen mangoes, some guava juice,
Okay.
some passion fruit juice.
Okay.
And then you can throw in like some healthy stuff in there if you want to, and then just blend that up, and it is money. It tastes like candy. It's amazing.
Okay.
So much sugar, but fantastic.
Yeah, but it's okay. Every once in a while, it's okay to have a sugary drink like that. You just don't want to do that every day, or else, yeah, diabetes will find you.
Diabetes.
It's off topic. We haven't got into Kings of Colosseum yet, but I feel like people who weren't born our generation wouldn't know when somebody
Wilfred
says
Brimley, diabetes.
They wouldn't know that commercial. They would not know.
Yeah, it's that's true. It's just like, man, you know, the commercials we grew up on, and again, this is way off topic, especially if you're not Canadian, you're gonna be like, I don't know what the hell they're talking about. There used to be this life insurance commercial where it would be like an old man, and he would answer the phone and he'd be like, hello, and then in less than a second and a half after answering the phone, he would turn to his wife and be like, it's Patrick, he got life insurance. And like, how did Patrick,
oh yeah,
like, you know what I mean, like, hello, hey dad, I got life insurance. Like, how did that phone call proceed? I understand it's commercial, they had to make it short, but like, it's when you go back and watch it now, it's comically funny. Yeah, anyways, that's our tangent.
Yeah, that one. And quickly, to give my favorite commercial, remember the acne commercial? Some people think I eat too many chocolate bars,
but I wash my face. Yep.
Yeah.
That's a classic.
All right, now we're going to focus on the task at hand, and the task at hand is this incredible match card that we have here for Kings of Colosseum. So let's get right into it. I'm not sure exactly how the card's going to go. I tried my best, but I figured this was a great way to start the event. The Second Gear crew putting their tag team titles on the line against Tom Lawlor and Josh Bishop of WTF. That's right. This is the first time we're going to see Manders and Justice defending the titles together, because last time we did see
rules, baby.
Yeah, that's right. Freebird rules. We did see Manders and Good Brother 3 defend the titles, but now Matt Justice is back in the fold. Rob, I'll give it to you on this one. What do you got?
Oh man, after that brawl we had with Matt and Josh Bishop ending up on the roof, there's definitely some unfinished business there. There's some bad blood. This is going to be a tricky one, but you know, Second Gear crew are still pretty fresh, you know, pretty new as those tag champs. I don't think they're going to relinquish them so easily. Even if you do see Mr. Saint Laurent or another member of the WTF get involved, they've got some backup of their own, so I don't think they're too worried. I'm gonna give this one to the Second Gear crew. I think the insanity of Matt Justice and the density of Manders will prevail here.
I agree. And if nobody knows what we're talking about in terms of density, go back and listen to our Holiday Rush review. Rob gives you the 411 on everything that is Manders and the density of Manders. So it's pretty incredible. And I'm going to actually agree with you on this one. I feel like even though MSL is going to be out there and we don't know if anybody else from WTF may get involved, I feel like SGC will prevail in this one and keep those tag titles at least until we get into our February event, possibly our March event. I feel like the tag titles need a solid team with a solid run. I feel like we've had too many changing of the hands too quickly in the tag division. And I feel like the longest reigning champs that I can remember, and I think you might agree with me or disagree, would be 5150. They were the longest reigning that I've,
Yeah.
at least in recent memory.
They had that real good run. Man, missed those guys. They were great.
Absolutely. Danny Limelight, Slice Boogie, they were a staple. They will go down as probably, at least in my opinion, some of the favorite segments, promos, matches that MLW has had in recent memory for sure.
Absolutely.
Right. Next match on the card. How about this? Wasted Youth and Alec Price taking on Tony Deppen, DJ Crawford, and everyone's favorite mustache, Griffin McCoy.
This is going to be a wild match.
Absolutely. I'm going to go ahead and take the reins on this one. Wasted Youth already have those tag team title shots in the bag. They are due. They are number one contenders. They're ready to go. So depending on who wins the previous match, they have a chance at those tag belts coming up very soon. And Alec Price, every time we see the kid, he's impressed. And Deppen and his leadership skills for what he's turned Crawford and McCoy into, they are a cerebral team. But there's just something about Wasted Youth because they are literally youthful, very young cats, 20 and 22 years old. These guys have a huge upside, but they also have great healing ability. They can use their bodies as weapons, get hurt, and get right back to it because, hey, they're in their 20s and they're still invincible. They're not in their 30s or their 40s like ourselves.
For now, yeah.
For now, right. But we got 20 years on them. So right now they are invincible. And I feel like Alec Price and Wasted Youth is going to make a staple win here, taking down Tony Deppen and his team, unless Deppen and his team get crafty and cheat. But I'm going to hope for the best, even though I know I'm saying an oxymoron. But I think that Wasted Youth and Alec Price is going to take this one. Rob, what are you thinking?
I actually am going to agree with you. I think there's a lot of talent across the ring from them, but I think that youthful exuberance, that ability to just, have no fear and do these insane moves. I think they're going to be able to. It's going to be close, but I think they're going to squeak one out over Tony Deppen and co.
All right, right on. We're on the same wavelength there on those first two matches. The rest of the card, I don't know if we're going to be on the same wavelength, but hey, let's see how it goes. Next match on the card, Janai Kai with, of course, the always dangerous Salina de la Renta and her fanny pack, as you never know what spray may be pulled out of that thing, taking on Hyper Misao.
Hyper Misao, you got it.
Hyper Misao, cool. I just wanted to make sure because we all know how difficulty I have with certain names. Listen, Janai Kai is not going to be stopped. Okay, I'm taking the reins on this one too to go first. Janai Kai will retain, not needing Salina de la Renta's help, but she will get it anyways. But Janai Kai will retain. I feel like Hyper is going to give her a run for her money. Not like the squash matches we've seen since Janai won that featherweight title.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like Janai is going to pull out the W in this one. Rob, what do you got?
I concur. She's been pretty dominant lately. And, I believe this is another collaboration with Tokyo Yoshi Pro Wrestling with Hyper Misao. But I think she'll definitely she's going to put up more of a fight than some of Janai's previous challengers. But Janai Kai is just too strong right now. You're not knocking her off that perch for some time. So I'm going to go with Janai Kai.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that Janai, after this title defense, she will have the most defenses of a featherweight champion thus far. And I believe she might actually be closing in on the longest reigning featherweight champion, if I'm not wrong.
There you go. You probably are not wrong for once.
Oh, easy. Come on. We were getting along so well. Now you had to go ahead and stick it, eh? Like, Jesus, my God. All right, next match on the card. Love is Blind. And so is Brett Ryan Gosselin and Love Doug, as they will be blindfolded in this match. And the winner is just the winner. There's no prize. There's no Becca. You don't get Becca at the end of this tunnel. It's just these two are going to settle their score. I believe that this match has Brett Ryan Gosling's W all over it. There's just something about this underhand. I feel like Love Dog will try to play fair. He'll put on the blindfold, and Gosling will find a way to distract the ref, take off the blindfold, beat Love Dog senselessly, then put the blindfold back on for the win. I just feel like it's going to be an underhanded win here.
There you go. That's a great finish. But if I was I don't even know if I should like say this just in case they actually do it and I spoiled it or something, but the best
Well, it wouldn't be
spot,
the first time you spoil something.
yeah, the best spot I've ever seen in a blindfolded match or with a wrestler being blindfolded is the person throwing super kicks
Okay.
and slapping their leg every time, even though they weren't hitting anything, they were just throwing super kicks, but they did the leg slap every time, which just made it hilarious. That would be great to see. I don't know if we're going to, but I think you've probably nailed the most likely scenario of the way it's gonna go. So I'd probably have to give it to Brett Ryan Gosselin as well here, but I mean, don't count Love Doug out.
I'm
He's a
not.
tremendous
I'm not.
competitor. I mean, it's a little difficult, but I have to go with BRG here.
All right, fair enough. All right, there we go. So far, I think we are clean agreements across the cards thus far. All right, how about this big fight feel? Hopefully, Alex Cade will be there Saturday to defend his title, and I say hopefully because he did post earlier on social media he has a fever of 100.9, and that is high. So he'll obviously be monitoring that, and hopefully that goes down over the next couple of days. We've got just roughly around under 48 hours for this event. So hopefully we got enough time for him to recover and defend that title. And he's going up against the returning Richard Holliday, the newest acquisition of the WTF. So Kane will be with Mr. Thomas. Richard Holliday will be with Saint Laurent. And could this be Richard Holliday's time? Rob, I'm going to kick it to you.
I don't know if Rich can overcome the unstoppable force that is Alex Kane and the Boumaye Fight Club. The work leading up to this, considering it hasn't been a huge buildup, has been tremendous. These guys have been working their social medias really well, cutting promos back and forth. It's been fantastic. So it's a great way to utilize things outside of just the MLW show, MLW productions, to advance the story and create some stakes here. So they've both been doing some really great posts. I think this is going to be an interesting and difficult match. I think that Kane is going to ultimately retain, but it wouldn't surprise me if it just breaks down into a brawl, a big old Donnybrook, with the Boumaye Fight Club and WTF due to some potentially underhanded tactics. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna go down, but I think Alex Kane will retain at the end of the night.
Right on, right on. I would have to concur. Alex Kane has been unstoppable, like you said, and I feel like Richard Holliday is going to get a one-way ticket to Suplex Island. Not without giving his shots in, though. I feel like Richard Holliday may be Alex Kane's toughest ring general
He might
opponent.
be. Holliday's more cerebral than anybody Alex Kane has faced to date. He's faced power and he's faced passion, but he's never faced this kind of cerebral wrestler. So it'll be a challenge for him.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, you may be wondering, George, why did you put this match in the middle of a card where there are still two matches? Well, this, again, is the way I believe the match card will go, only because of how violent the last two matches will get. And I feel like Alex Kane and Richard Holliday want a nice, clean ring to wrestle on. So, that being said, next match on the card is a dream match for not just MLW fans, for wrestling fans. You have the returning Matt Riddle coming fresh off his release from WWE a couple months back, going up against the one and only, the pillar of MLW, Jacob Fatu. Now, MLW fans remember Matt Riddle's first run. It was epic. These two never faced. He left. He went to WWE, crushed it in NXT, had a very subpar main roster run, then was released. Jacob Fatu has gone on to become the longest reigning, or second longest reigning currently, MLW champion, followed by Alex Hammerstone and maybe Alex Kane if he overtakes them, but he's still top 3 all time, regardless of how the numbers finish. And he has become world known. I mean, he has literally been on a tear of dream matches the last couple of events. And honestly and truly, I don't know how to call this one, but it's going to be fucking chaotic to the standpoint, and I don't mean chaotic in like they're going to go all over the ring. Well, they might, but these two are going to beat the ever-loving shit out of each other. And I could not be more excited for this. But my prediction for this is MLW is the house that Jacob Fatu has built, has put on his shoulders for numerous years, almost a decade, give or take. I don't see Jacob Fatu losing to the returning Matt Riddle. I just don't see it. That being said, I'm putting my money on Jacob Fatu. Rob, what do you got?
I think with Matt Riddle coming back, there's going to be a lot of hype. These are two guys who, like we all know, Matt Riddle's an MMA fighter. Jacob Fatu is a fighter. They are both fighters. It's going to be a fight. They're going to punch and kick and throw each other all over the place. It's going to be brutal. I can't wait for it. I think with Riddle coming in, he has a bit of a psychological advantage because he's Jacob, he's been able to watch Jacob the last few months and know what to expect from him. Jacob hasn't been able to watch any Riddle the last couple months because he hasn't been around. So I think Riddle is going to come into this well scouted and well smoked, and he's going to. I think this is going to be a Riddle victory.
Well smoked. I like that. I couldn't say.
I do hope that they blaze one after the match, so I'll tell you that.
Absolutely, they will. They'll probably blaze one before the match. So this one we are divided on. I'm picking Jacob Fatu. You're picking Matt Riddle.
That is correct.
All right. So every other match on the card we have agreed, but this one we defer. Then that's fine.
Matt Riddle, bro.
That's fine. Oh wow. Way to punt it out there, bud. Way to punt it out. And now for what I consider might be our main event, just for how bloody and disgusting this match is going to be. How about this for the open weight title? Ricky Shane Page versus AKIRA in a Taipei death match. Now, if some of you don't know, consider yourself the sticky bandits. Consider sticky adhesive wrapped around your hands with ropes. And
that's how they should actually do it, though. They should just do tape inside out like Marv did. And then just that would be way funnier.
And I know that's not the way it's going to go down, but they will have an adhesive on their hands. They will dump it into a bucket of glass shards that have been broken and shaved down to the smallest point. There may be some big chunks in there too. And they will come up with literal fists of glass. And anything goes in a Taipei death match because the only way to win is to incapacitate your opponent to get that 3 count.
Yeah, this is gonna be wild. Ricky, it's there's a fine line between a hardcore match and a death match, or maybe not so fine line. Ricky doesn't do as much of the death match stuff anymore. But this I would probably consider very much a death match type of thing. Like, you're talking about fists of glass. It's one thing to smash somebody with a light tube or through a pane of glass, but this is, you got glass on your hands. They're both covered in scars already. They're used to these kind of little cuts and nicks and stuff like that. It's not going to be a big deal for them, but for us, it's going to be a bloodbath. I think that AKIRA is going to take the win here. He's going to overcome his former mentor. I think it's Ricky's.
Whoa! Not mentor.
His
partner.
I think he was mentored by Ricky a bit. But in any
by Raven, but regardless.
In any case, not that Ricky's going to be slowing down in ring or anything like that, but I think it's AKIRA's time to shine.
I absolutely agree. I believe that AKIRA has had enough of enough, and he's made it determined to be the year of 2024 to take down the calling. Raven is MIA. Taking down Ricky would literally be like cutting the snake off of the head at this point. And yeah, I feel like AKIRA, it's his time to shine, like you said.
All right.
I feel like it's his time to shine. I feel like we're going to get a new Openweight championship. So we don't see a lot of the other titles changing hands, but we do see this one changing hands. And also, a couple other points to bring out. There is no middleweight title fight for Kings of Colosseum, not that I've heard of. There's no middleweight title fight, so that is the only title that will not be defended at Kings of Colosseum. And also in other, I guess, semi-MLW news, but unrelated, Alex Hammerstone announced to take on the Walking Weapon at Hard to Kill January 13th, making his Impact Wrestling debut. He will go one-on-one with the Walking Weapon.
TNA Wrestling debut.
Yes, thank you. Sorry, TNA Wrestling. I've been saying Impact Wrestling for
so have I, bro. I've been correcting myself all day.
TNA Wrestling debut. So shout out to Alex Hammerstone. Not confirmed or denied if he's signed, but he is scheduled to appear. And they do that. Impact does a great job of bringing in people, even if it's for a one-off or on a small program. They did it with
like MLW. They'll bring in some
Absolutely.
people. Yeah,
They'll bring in some people. So, good for Hammerstone to get some more eyes on him. And in case anybody who doesn't follow the Rewind doesn't know who Alex Hammerstone is, hey, here's an opportunity for you to see him going with one of the best in the world.
You must have just started tuning in if you don't know who Hammer is. This must be your first episode with the Rewind. Welcome.
That's right. And don't
Go
forget,
look at Alex Hammerstone now.
If it is your first time, don't forget to hit that subscribe button because we do enjoy the subscribes. We're at 815. It would be amazing to get to 850. I would say by the springtime. I feel a winter is reasonable to get 35 more subscribers as we move on to the road to 900, then eventually the road to 1,000, and then sky's the limit after that. So guys, keep liking, keep subscribing, keep engaging, keep commenting. We love it all, good or bad. We don't really judge anyone else's opinions. If you have an opinion, great. If we have an opinion, great. That's the great thing about wrestling fans. For the most part, we all have opinions. It's just how we receive the other's opinions that makes sense. So, yeah, that's all I got.
Right.
That's all I got.
Dig it.
Dig it. Wow. All right. Well, Rob digs it. I dig it. Kings of Colosseum prediction show in the can. Guys, don't forget to tune in Saturday, January 6th, because we will be dropping our review show of Kings of Colosseum right after the event takes place. We're going to record it, so it's going to be exciting. Rob's going to be here. I'm going to be here. Summersby's going to be here. And it's all good in the hood. So that's it, guys. Don't forget to check out all the links in the socials below. Rob, say goodbye to the people.
Goodbye to the people.
All right. And guys, Straight Talk Wrestling, MLW Rewind, it's for the people. Okay? It's for the people. Like Boomaye is for the people. So peace, love, and wrestling. We'll see you guys on Saturday.
Adios.
We just people from the north side. Once the Timmy's at the shore fine. Winter ready on the full ties. Heavy traffic during 4-5. Gotta hustle on your own time. Color people every port side. We just people from